Hi folks, John with the Wingman 115 channel. I am so excited to be with you folks today. Today is sort of like a channel reboot kickoff, and I thought no better way to do that than to do a knife video. So with that, today we're going to be showcasing the Work Tuff Carnivore Gen 2. This is designed by Eric Outer from Outer Limitless, and we're going to be putting this through the paces today. But first, as always, we're going to cut away. I'll do a quick specs rundown, show you guys up close as always. Then we'll do some, practical tasks with this as much as possible. And then we'll bring it back 360 to talk about it. Folks, it doesn't get any better than this. Knives, channel reboot, you're here with me. The video starts now. Wow, now for some final thoughts, because I got a few things to say. Right out of the box, I was wowed, and you guys know that I don't BS around. I don't do fluff videos at all. And when I took this out of the box, I started thinking about all the different applications that I could use this knife on. Now, a lot of people are going to buy blades. They're going to be hunting blades. They're going to be bushcraft blades, campcraft blades. That's fine. I was thinking this is a forward unit combat knife, just straight out. And that if you need to do other tasks like I've shown, that it's capable of doing that. This knife is almost a 1/4 inch of SK 85 steel. And Work Tuff Gear has that down to a science as far as the heat treat and just the practical application of that steel. The fuller lines on there lend to that more of a combat blade. And I just like the width of the blade. It's not overly designed, but yet it's bulky enough to handle a lot of tasks. I can tell you right now, this would have no problem going through a door. And if I had a door available, we would be testing it out on that. I like that 90-degree spine on there. But here's what I also like. Up where the thumb ramp is, it's radius. So Eric took the time and the thought process behind that, knowing that, hey, if that 90-degree spine goes all the way, you're going to be splitting your thumb open when you're doing fine detail tasks. So that's a nice touch. You have that forward lanyard hole that you could also use as a 223 or a 556 round extractor if you had to. The handle, I think you couldn't ask for a better handle. And you guys know, as a knife designer myself, I always say this in my videos, that I feel that the handle is the most important part of any blade, because if it doesn't feel good, what? You're not going to use it. And this blade, you could use it choked up with the choil, and your index finger and your middle finger have that knife locked in. It's not going to go back and forth and slip out. You can put it in the standard grip. And I have medium-sized hands, so if you have large hands, it's not going to be a problem at all. And then I use that back seat grip for that chopping, that sort of like pendulum, the arc. And as you guys saw, I mean, it was just chopping through that board with no problem at all. I like these G10 scales. There's just enough texture on these scales where, without having the knife on the lanyard, it didn't feel like the knife was just going to fly out and just go careening off somewhere. There's enough meat on this blade as it gets radius down to the tip that, as I was doing the stabbing test, that tip has no problem at all. And the knife is just still razor sharp. All in all, I think this is a very good, well thought out design. Let's take a moment to talk about the sheath. Black Kydex, not your ordinary black Kydex. This is a Work Tuff Gear black Kydex. It is a pancake style sheath. Vic does a great job with quality control over there. There's no sharp corners. It's radius nice. They have drain holes. The grommet holes are well placed. That way you can configure this sheath in a multitude of different ways. You're only limited by your imagination. You could put a tech lock on this. You could also put webbing if you want to attach it to any Molly or Pals gear. I have this set up currently as a dangler. I want to hear your thoughts. Leave comments down below of what you think, and I will leave links to where you can purchase this knife from Work Tuff Gear, and also any other links from retailers here in the US. And with that, folks, I want to say it's a wrap. Hey, I appreciate you spending your time with me, and I look forward to producing a lot more content here in the near future. So as always, folks, get outside and use your gear, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.